The deal. The borrower really is slave to the lender. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. I've experienced that. I lost everything because I let other people have control over my life. You know what that's called? A master. Well, Dave, I don't know if I agree with all your theories about debt. It's America. You have the right to be wrong. My old pastor used to say, a man with an experience is not at the mercy of a man with an opinion. I've led more people out of debt and into wealth than anybody breathing on the planet today. And I'm not bragging. I just showed them how to do it God's ways. I didn't make up any of this. I stole it all from God and your grandmother. And so we're going to get out of debt because it's no fun trying to be married like this, right? Knock your glasses off doing that. This is crazy, you guys. We're walking through our lives where all the money comes in, all the money goes out, and only the names are changed to protect the innocent. We make tons of money and we have none and we can't figure out why. I know why. You gave it all to a financial system that's designed to take it from you. You surrendered it. And we've got to stop. So I quit borrowing money. Period. For anything, for any reason. And this weird thing happened when I didn't have any payments and I made an income. I had money. It was so strange. And then when I got money and I bought an asset that created income that I paid cash for, I got to keep all that. There was no payment. Except for what the government takes, but I mean, there was no payment. And it was an amazing experience. And the first few years were tough because, there's stuff I wanted to do and I didn't have the money. And I had to learn this magic ancient word called no. Most people don't know this word. You press your tongue towards the roof of your mouth, you release air. No. It's tough. You're not allowed to say it in our world anymore. It's politically incorrect. So, what I did was we got the scissors out and we said, no more. I'm not going to play you guys' game anymore. It's time for a plastectomy. It's time for plastic surgery. Citibank, what's in your wallet? Money. American Distress, thank you. Discover Bondage. Bank of America. Oh my gosh. You don't have any credit cards? No, not for 38 years. Well, 30 years. That's when I went bankrupt. They wouldn't give me one at first. And then later after they would give me, I didn't want it because I had learned this stuff from the Bible. And this is my wallet. Green president's faces, 4 pieces of plastic, my debit card on my business, my debit card for my home, my driver's license, and my handgun carry permit. Rednecks in Oklahoma, I see, okay. A guy called me on the radio and he's like, you're gonna kill me. My truck payment. I said, how much is your truck payment? $763. You have a $700 truck payment? Yeah, I said, how much is your house payment? I live in a double wide, $550. I said, oh man. I said, dude, if your truck payment is bigger than your house payment, you might be a redneck. The borrower is slave to the lender. You got to sell that truck, dude. It owns you. You don't own it. It sounded good at the time. And you and I both know the reason you called me is you just wanted somebody else to say it out loud with you, who's also done stupid, because I know what stupid looks like. Son, that's stupid. That truck's got to go. You're saying I got to sell my truck? I said, what'd you just say? Of course I said you sell your truck. I didn't stutter. Thing owns you, man. This is crazy. Get you a truck that you can own instead of it owns you. This is just crazy. The third one surprises people, and that's foster high-quality relationships. The Bible says, be not deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. Did you know you become who you hang around with? I was up north the other day, and do you know all those people talk alike? They got accents. They thought I had one, but they had a group accent thing going. I saw it. And when they moved down south, they stay there long enough, we'll teach them how to talk, right? And they're fun. I love Yankees. They're awesome. But it's fun. There's a couple in here right now. But we can have all the fun we want. You know you become who you hang around with. Studies say that your 10 closest friends over the next decade, your income will be within 10 to 15% of the average of your 10 closest friends. And some of you are going, I need some new friends. Well, maybe. I mean, you don't let your little son, your little Johnny, run around with the weed head down the street, because you know if you do, he's going to turn into a weed head. Right? He comes home talking language we don't talk in our house. You go, where'd you pick that up? Because you didn't pick it up in here. So where'd oh, yeah, okay. You become who you hang around with. Be not deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. So hang out with generous people and you will be generous people. Hang out with people who read the Bible, you'll end up reading the Bible. You can't keep yourself from doing it. Hang out with people who treat their wives with respect, men, and you will find men who treat their wives with respect, and you'll start treating yours that way. It's an amazing thing that happens. It's a weird thing that happens. So choose carefully. Now, I'm not talking about being nice to someone or snubbing other people. I'm nice to anybody. I love people. I love people that are wrong even. I love people, okay? But I'm talking about my crew, the men in my life that shape my language, the men in my life that impact my spiritual walk, my generosity, my thinking in business, and my acumen. Who are the men in my life that are doing that? Ladies, the same thing for you. You're going to become who you hung around with. Now, the next one is save and invest. See, if you don't have any payments and you got a plan, the first thing you're going to want to do is save and invest, because in the house of the wise are stores of choice food and oil. And the rest of that proverb says, and a foolish man devours all he has. If you spend everything you make, biblically speaking, you're a fool. I didn't say it, God did, don't get mad at me. But I have been a fool, big red arrow, fool, 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 fool. I know what being a fool feels like. It feels like being broke. Because I spent everything I made. Because I've always been able to make money, I just wasn't able to keep it. I always thought I could out-earn my stupidity. And I tried it for a long time, it doesn't work. Save and invest. You're saving for an emergency fund first. Save 3 to 6 months to get ready for maybe something like a what? A rainy day. Visual aid. 2020.